It is my professional opinion that now is the time to panic.
The downfall of Little Manhattan continues in earnest as you lose to fucking Arizona of all teams. The Irish curse has now claimed another victim. The once proud and highly praised Kansas State Wildcats are now merely anemic barn cats that couldn't even kill a rat. So naturally, when they run into some actual Wildcats from Arizona, they are torn apart limb from limb. Okay, that might be a bit dramatic, admittedly. Arizona didn't blow them out. Actually, they were kind of mid themselves. But when Kansas State's offense is more lost than a toddler in an amusement park, then the bare minimum is all that's needed. Avery Johnson is officially a dud. Doesn't matter what happens the rest of the season, this was the time to show Kansas State can right the ship, and it's clear that they can't. They will surely win at some point. Their games against UCF and Oklahoma State all but guarantee it. But kiss your conference title hopes goodbye. 0-1 in conference play is just the start. Oh yeah, this game was scheduled in 2016 before realignment fucked everything up. Well, at least you can start conference play against UCF in 2 weeks. Holy hell, guys. First, UNLV and now New Mexico. The Lobos haven't beaten a Power 4 team since 2008. It's not like they snuck one out from you last minute. They kicked your ass 60 minutes straight in college football's Valhalla. This is the ugliest excuse of a team to graze the hollowed grass of the Rose Bowl since, well, last year's UCLA team, quite frankly. Nico, I'm regretting leaving ya, sucked in this game as well. And I know the Tennessee fans everywhere are lapping this up like a kid eating ice cream, but he is far from the only problem here. We saw what he can do if the team is built properly at Tennessee, and it's very clear now that this team is not. Deshaun Foster may only be 2 seasons in, but he's likely on the way out if this shit keeps up. Weeks 1 and 2 were your best chance to win games this year. Just look at the remaining schedule. There's a reason people are now saying you are destined for 0-12. Personally, I feel like 2-10 is more likely, and you're probably going to be able to sneak one away from Northwestern after the bye week and maybe Maryland, but you are totally and truly fucked the rest of the way. This downfall of UCLA needs to be studied by scientists. Wait, no scientist would touch these bastards with a 10-foot stir stick. Okay, fine, I guess I'll do it. UCLA is officially getting the storytime treatment. There's no escaping your fate, Bruins. Prepare for destruction.
Guess what, son? You're next.
Bring out your dead!
Deshaun Foster didn't even make it 2 full seasons at UCLA as the head coach. Do I think he was the problem? No, definitely not. There is a lot more wrong at UCLA than Deshaun fucking Foster. He worked his way from graduate assistant to position coach at UCLA over the course of a decade, outside spending a year at Texas Tech in 2016 as the running back coach. But despite that, he had little to no experience coming into this role with play calling and running the offense as a whole. And even when he was hired, it was seen as a bold reach for UCLA to hire someone so underqualified. It was mainly done as a half-assed attempt to keep the success from the Chip Kelly years going, but shockingly, it blew up in record time. I say shockingly with a lot of fucking air quotes, by the way. Just don't blame the man here. Blame the system that failed him. Time to purge the Bruins, and I honestly would start from the fucking athletic offices, not the coaches. This game confirmed what I already knew. Clemson is cooked. Anyone could lose to LSU, but to struggle like that last week against Troy was the canary in the coal mine for the Tigers. They ain't contenders. Cade Klubnik is not a Heisman candidate. My God, that's obvious as fuck. He flat out didn't develop in the offseason, and now he's a complete bust. He's being outshined by running back Adam Randall, and that's not really a bad thing, but a one-dimensional offense gets torn apart at this level. The 2 turnovers killed Clemson, and both of them were Klubnik's fault. He fumbled on a designed quarterback run and a costly interception deep in Yellow Jacket territory. You take those 2 mistakes away, and this game is a different result. That said, Georgia Tech won this game not just because of Clemsoning alone. Tech was overall the superior team. Haynes King threw the ball for 200 yards, ran the ball for 100 yards, got the shit kicked out of him by the Clemson defense, and still came running back at them head first. This win is not only a statement from Georgia Tech, it was also Haynes King's crowning achievement. You look at Tech's remaining schedule, and 11-0 is suddenly looking very doable. But if they can get there, then clean old-fashioned hate will be the ultimate final test for the Jackets. It's a long way to go, but with a favorable schedule, you should be fine, so long as King doesn't get himself killed before then.
Flawless victory.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
This is it. The streak ends here. Georgia is playing like trash. The offense can't get out of the starting blocks, and before we know it, Tennessee is up 21-6. Joey Aguilar is more accurate than a sniper on cocaine right now, and Chris Brazzell cannot be covered. The wheels are spinning 100 miles an hour, and Tennessee is about to beat Georgia for the first time in 8 years. Then the wheels fell the fuck off.
Coming, who's dropping? They're all coming.
Ball quickly to the perimeter. Branch has a crease. Zach Branch in a foot race. They won't catch him. Aguilar backpedals and takes a shot downfield. Matthews couldn't make the grab.
Run right.
McCray muscles. No signal. Touchdown, Georgia. Intercepted. Threw it right to KJ Bolden.
A 20-point run by Georgia over 2 quarters goes unanswered by Tennessee, and they take the lead 27-21. Finally, however, Aguilar finds Brazzell once more.
Play action. Downfield launch. Jump ball. Caught. Touchdown, Brazzell. Wow.
Georgia begins then to collapse, and a fumble followed by a field goal extends the Tennessee lead 38-30. Then the wheels fell the fuck off once again.
They bring pressure. Stockton together. Long throw to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Humphreys! Are you kidding me? Drops back, delivers, wide open, and Zach Branch converts, and Georgia has drawn even.
Okay, yeah, this is not great, but you still have some time left, and we're able to get into field goal range. 43 yards isn't a gimme, but it shouldn't be too much trouble. Just make the kick and you win.
Drives it, it's fading, and he missed it wide to the right.
Vols, what the fuck are you doing? Georgia puts up a brick wall on defense and forces Tennessee to kick the field goal to take the lead 41-38. All Tennessee needs to do now is play defense for the first time since the first quarter. You got this, right, guys?
Cuts inside. Nate Frazier down the sideline.
On the edge is the other option.
McCray driving, reaching for the end zone. Spotted short. Third down coming up.
If he's short, he's about on the 6-inch line. He's able to lean and push the ball across.
Reached it.
That's a touchdown. Yeah, that's a win.
Ball broke the
That's
plane.
ball game. The knee.
After further review, it is a touchdown.
Yeah.
Game is over.
And the Dogs do it again.
Well, I frankly just can't say that much here. From my perspective, Tennessee played fine, but they just couldn't finish when it mattered. The ending with the instant replay, calling a touchdown for Georgia is pretty shitty, but, I mean, it was a hard-fought shootout, and, you know, the offense did all they could. They took Georgia to the limit, so that should mean something. Except it doesn't when it's been nearly a decade since you beat your rival. Oh, shit, I should probably check on Squidtard.
Why does that back still have a job?
Ah, Jesus. You poor bastard. I'm sorry, Squid. I was really hoping they'd win for you, buddy. Better luck next year.
I hate college football!
Okay, another tune-up for Arch Manning. Let's put up 4 touchdowns and go the fuck home, okay? Arch? Are you going to get it going, Arch? Hey, Manning, it's week 3. The excuses are officially gone at this point. Yeah, you can run in 2 touchdowns, but can you do what quarterbacks are supposed to do well and throw a pass accurately? Arch couldn't shoot fish in a barrel in this game. 10 straight incompletions in the first half, which leads to a chorus of boos by the Longhorn faithful. At least you can still run the ball, right?
Oh no, there's a man down.
So not only are you missing an arm, but now you're also missing a leg. When Trevion Wisner didn't even play in this game and CJ Baxter got yanked after 1 snap due to injury. Sounds like the kind of scenario where having a generational quarterback would really help you. You got one more tune-up against Sam Houston State next weekend. I suggest you put bubble wrap on everyone and have Arch throw at targets all week before stepping on the field. Despite all the hype coming into this year, Texas is in trouble, and we haven't even gotten to the SEC schedule yet. It is not time to hit the panic button yet in Austin, but the finger is hovering just over the button right about now. Today, we remember what was once the proud and mighty Hokies of Virginia Tech. Once a powerhouse of the sport, now reduced to a shell of its former self. I mean, look at this. They have turned their tune-up game against Old Dominion into a de facto rivalry. Old Dominion! You couldn't have fucked this up any harder. This was a blowout from start to finish. At least UCLA hung around for a little bit against New Mexico. You fuckers didn't even try. The entire team just gave the fuck up. It was 31-0 at the end of the third quarter. Honestly, this much failure deserves a poem from a very well-known artist. I think you might have heard this song before, Virginia Tech. Hush, little Hokie, don't say a word, and never mind that voice you heard. It's just the Monarchs under your bed, in your closet, and in your fucking heads. Exit light, enter night, take my hand. You're off to irrelevant land.
Bring out your dead!
To absolutely no one's surprise, Coach Pry has been fired. Yet another first-time head coach being shown the door. Yet despite Deshaun Foster at UCLA, Pry had less reason to be so trash. He's been coaching for the better part of 30 years at over a dozen schools by this point and was pretty well known as a good defensive coordinator at Penn State before being hired by the Hokies in 22. The problem with Pry, he was the exact opposite of clutch. If the Hokies were in a 1-score game late, go ahead and bet on the other team. He was always being out-coached by the other team, and his assistants had little to no experience coaching at this level and therefore failed him time after time. Sure, they went from 3-8 year 1 to 7-6 year 2, but 6-7 last year and an 0-3 start were just too much for the school to stomach, and they will now pay him $6 million to fuck off from Blacksburg. The irony in all of this, the coach at Old Dominion is Pry's best friend. I wonder, how does it feel to lose so badly to your best friend that it cost you your job? At least he has somewhere to go next year. Tigers, you know it's Florida you're playing, right? You do know this, okay? Okay, good, great, awesome. Glad you know. Here's a question for you. Nothing crazy. What the fuck was that? 13-10 at the half and 20-10 over Florida in the final? A team that can't even throw the ball to their own players? 5 interceptions were thrown by DJ Lagway in this game. Fucking 5! Most quarterbacks worth a shit don't throw 5 picks in 4 games, let alone 4 quarters. Yet somehow, you guys did fuck all with it. Brian Kelly, do you care to respond?
Stop. Really? Is that the first question? We won the game 20-10. Try another question. What do you want me to tell you? I just laid it out for you. We played the game to win the game. We played the game to win the game.
All right, how about third down then? What is going on with third down?
It's one game. Last game, we were great on third down. You're looking at this from the wrong perspective. LSU won the football game. Won the game. I don't know what you want from me. What do you want? You want us to win 70-0 against Florida to keep you happy?
No, I think people want to know why you can't run the ball, quite honestly.
We can run the ball. Did you see the last play of the game? That's all you need. You just need one. There's ridiculous questions. And I'm getting tired of it. That football team just worked their tail off to get an SEC win, and you want to know what's wrong. You know what? You're spoiled. You're spoiled. This team is 17-1 at night. 17-1. Give them some respect. How about that? Give them some respect instead of micro-analyzing every little thing. This is ridiculous. For a group of seasoned reporters, that kind of question is so out of line.
No, Coach, these are actually valid questions, and your little temper tantrum won't stop them from being asked. Your game plan was about as smart as pissing in your gas tank to save on fuel. The run game was virtually non-existent. Nussmeier was fairly questionable himself, and the amount of points you scored in the second half was 7 by your defense on a pick 6. Quit your bitching about why people ask you about the problems and just fix the damn problems. No, I'm sorry. Winning alone in the SEC is unfortunately not enough when you play down to competition against a Florida team that is on life support, especially if you are the third-ranked team in the country. I'd say you should know better, but you rarely stumble into the top 5 as a head coach and quickly fall the fuck out of it. So really, I should pity you for having no idea what the fuck you're doing.
A little bit of eye candy before the snap. Pavia dumps it off Alexander. One-hand grab. And he's at the pylon, and he is in. 18-yard catch and run by Cedric Alexander. Leaves him with 3rd and 10. Pressure up the middle. Intercepted. Big defensive lineman was dropping, and Zaylen Wood drops right into a pick to throw. To the corner. Touchdown, Junior Sherrill. There he goes. He goes down. Play the face on. He gets popped out of bounds. Sellers got hit.
Oh, no.
Sellers
There's a man down.
On 2nd and 5, they keep it on the ground. Here's Lassiter, and there he goes. Lassiter takes it to the painted end zone, a 44-yard sprint, and Vandy wastes no time extending the lead. Last time, Doty dumps it off low, got pressure in his face, and a turnover on downs as C.J. Hurd came crashing in.
Alabama game in a couple weeks.
They bring the house. Doty can't skirt the ball is loose, and the Commodores scoop it up. Miles Capers from just down the road in Sumter has a takeaway for Vandy with 8:05 left in a developing. Alexander to the goal line and in. The our house, they delivered the blow. They put the fight to us. The ball is loose, and it's another Vanderbilt takeaway. Jordan Matthews finds the loose ball. It is the 3rd turnover of the night for South Carolina. Now 2nd and 10, tipped and intercepted. It's Brian Longwell this time. Another South Carolina turnover. 4th of the night for the Gamecocks in Vanderbilt.
12 months ago, Darian Mensah was the ruler of the Green Wave. However, on Saturday, he walked into Tulane as the enemy and was met with the fury of his successor. Formerly known as the Prophet of BYU, he has now transformed the Green Wave. It is no longer Tulane Darian. It's now Julane. So much for that $4 million per year deal to play for Duke, eh, Darian? Yeah, Mensah slung the ball for 300 yards and a touchdown, so he played pretty good individually, but Jake Retzlaff, who walked onto Tulane in August, ripped off 4 touchdowns on his own to lead Tulane to a 34-27 victory. An absolutely dominant performance against a talented Duke football team. Not the homecoming Mensah was hoping for here, and not the way Duke wanted to start 2025, but we're not really here to talk about them. I'm here to talk about Julane. They are 3-0. After handling the Blue Devils this week, squeezing by South Alabama last week, and destroying Northwestern in week 1. If you are looking for a potential group of 5 contender for the playoffs, then this weekend might be able to tell us who that will be. Julane takes on Ole Miss on Saturday. I did say last week that the Rebs are begging to get knocked off by someone, and they nearly fell to Hog City this past week until they dropped the bacon. This might be it for them. Or I could be horribly wrong and this ages like milk. We'll see. God damn it, Aggies. I made a 2-hour-long video where I completely cremate your asses and you get your first win on the road over a ranked team in over a decade. I'd say congratulations and admit I was wrong, but really it was just Notre Dame reinforcing their own narrative. Notre Dame's defense completely collapsed in this game. How do you only give up 24 points to Miami, take a week off, and then give up 41 points to Texas A&M? This was a shootout from the get-go, with a blocked punt return for a touchdown to start it off, multiple bombs being thrown for touchdowns, a kickoff return for a touchdown that got negated due to a holding call, and even some impressive rushing touchdowns. But you know what truly decided this game? Something really trivial. An extra point.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Buckner has to pick it up. The quarterback with some time. No look and incomplete. And a huge issue.
A botched snap in the extra point try would doom the Irish. From there, Marcel Reed would tear apart the defense once more and storm the Aggies in the end zone for the win. Watching this game live, I could definitely say A&M's offense played probably to their full potential, which is great news for A&M. But before you start calling me out on Twitter saying that my A&M reverse jinx worked, they haven't even begun the SEC schedule yet. We all know what usually happens. Sure, you can avoid the heavy hitters this year like Alabama and Georgia, but LSU, Mizzou, and Texas, of course, await you. Might sound like a broken record at this point, but you cannot escape your fate. 8-4 awaits you. Same as it ever fucking was. Oh wait, I'm gonna reverse jinx that too, ain't I? Oh yeah, Notre Dame, you're still here. Well, the good news for God's golden toe fungus is 2 losses doesn't automatically eliminate you from playoff contention. The bad news is the rest of your schedule certainly does. You can go 10-2, yeah sure, but who the fuck are you playing the rest of the way? These first 2 games were your best chance to make your case for the playoffs, and you fucking wasted it. Despite this, you're still Notre Dame, and the AP poll will always fucking love you. As a matter of fact, they love you so much, they made you the first team to still be ranked by the AP poll after starting 0-2 since Michigan in 1988. Congratulations, you made history and also allowed the AP poll to win our coveted Dumbass of the Week award. No one who loses 2 straight to start the year should be ranked. I don't care how high Miami and Texas A&M are ranked right now. Any other team does this and they fall out of the rankings entirely. The AP poll is fucking fraudulent. Thank God the media doesn't determine the national championship anymore.